Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome to Fruit Stand Fortune. This is an incremental game. We are going to be dropping fruit on animals. And I'm going to unlock something, because I played a little bit of this, like about 5-10 minutes, and realized I wasn't recording. So we're basically starting over. I did reset my save so we can actually go through it. We got tutorials and stuff to go through, and I do need to get 100 clicks on this little guy down here to actually get free money, which would be kind of where I want to be. So we need 100 of those, and basically what we're just waiting for is enough cherries to come down to get us the money for these guys, which is the initial start on this one is a little bit slow for my taste. I think that, generally speaking, the clouds should be a later spawn. Okay, so now we have Grandma spawning, which she just gives us $10 whenever she gets up to the little front there. We'll see her spawn in just a little bit. But I think these clouds, because they eat the fruit whenever it's dropping down. You'll watch, like, whenever this one spawns out some cherries, if we don't get X's constantly. These will drop out, and if it goes to the cloud eats it. If it goes next to the cloud is fine. But, yeah, and the cloud does go back and forth. I kind of think that should have been a little bit later. Let's go with speed. Because getting the initial ones early is going to be kind of our big thing, and then after we finally get these up and running, and yeah, we got a jackpot there. After we get this up and running, we should be a little bit better to just let this run and rotate through the other stuff. I'm gonna go with a auto click. Obviously the auto click is not the highest priority right now, but it's fine. And yes, this increases the number of cherries we have on these. I think it always has 2 X's, so now we have like a 1 in 3 chance of getting a cherry. Whenever we get this next one, it's gonna be a 2 in 4. Buy any 3 available fruit. I don't remember what his unlock criteria is. What was your unlock criteria, Piggy? But yeah, while we only have cherries, they will only buy cherries, so we don't have to worry about kicking people out of line. And that would cost 300 to be able to do that. Sorry, 350. But yeah, right now each of the slots has a 50% chance, which means we're going to be getting a little bit more money. Once we get speed up and 3 of these, I'll probably dip the rest into the auto click. And at that point, we should be starting to get enough to get the next fruit. Now, can we have multiple fruit on each wheel? No. We could have multiple fruit. We could have like this be lemon, this be cherry, this be something else. But as far as whether that's actually worthwhile, I don't think it is. We could try. I don't know what happens if you get a lemon, a cherry, and a cherry or something like that, but let's go with more speed. Because we want this to be rotating as fast as possible. We're gonna split between speed and the extra cherry. And then we'll get auto click last from here on out. I just wanted auto click for whenever I'm like over here showing stuff. If I forget to go click on it, wait for a second, wait for a second, wait for a second, and it'll do itself. If I'm like over here talking about one of these things and I forget to click it for a second, we're not losing complete productivity. If you're playing this on your own, just like real quick and getting set up, click on this stage. It's going to be faster. I doubt we're going to have speed runs of this, but you never know. People speed run weirder things. There's our first grandma as well. That's a free 10. So there's 3 and 2. You can see it spinning by there. That's a good thing. So we have a 60% chance of getting a cherry on each wheel each time. So we'll get more groups of 3s. And until we buy lemons, all they want is cherries. So I do wonder, this is going to be a speculation thing, if it might actually be more efficient just to stick to cherries and not unlock this next one. We might try it for a little bit and see if we can spam that really fast. Obviously, we're not going to be able to unlock everybody with that, because there's things in here where we need a surplus of cherries, so to unlock them. And we can't get a surplus of cherries if everybody's buying cherries. There's our auto click. Now, this should just be doing its own thing pretty reliably. Am I going to get the last auto click? Maybe. How fast is our auto click already? Pretty dang slow. And there's our fox. Fox will buy 2 times a random fruit. The one that requires 50 surplus cherries is this guy. I don't remember what he is. That's about as far as I got in before I realized I wasn't recording before. So do we go for the auto click first or do we go for the 80 first? I think we go for the auto click first. I'm going to go for 2 groups before I go to the lemons. So we're going to have 2 stacks of cherries completely maxed out, hopefully, before then. And just be spamming the living hell out of it. This next one, it costs, I believe, like 120 to get tier 2s or something like that. So it does get expensive. I do wonder, is that going to be better than lemons? Because lemons can cause the line to get held up. Does get us more guys, at least, though. There's a decent amount. And yeah, they will bump into each other on the way down and knock each other into clouds or out of the clouds. I do think it'd be nice to have an upgrade here that lets you possibly destroy clouds temporarily. Just some way to engage with these. Rather than just being like, oh, they're at the bottom of the Plinko machine. Deal with it. That's telling me that, hey, you can buy lemons now. I'm not buying lemons. We're a cherry team. We're Team Cherry. What? What is this? Silk Song? You know what? I'm just going to put it there. Why not? Kind of wish the cherries could click each other too, though, but it's fine. Yeah, everybody's going to want cherries because that's all I sell. You got any grapes? And obviously, we can't go up to these higher tiers without getting that. So, final one is $35,000 to unlock. So, I think this top one will probably go... Since we have the bottom one working at full tilt, I think it might be worth speed and cherries without worrying about auto click on this, because we'll still be constantly just getting cherries. And admittedly, these are only worth 1 each, but we got Grandma unlocked, so. Come on. Buy them for a lot, and we're gonna go speed first. Just so I don't have to wait as long between clicks. We'll just go back and forth between these. 80 per each. 400 for the next tier down as well. I always have to wonder which ones of these are going to be oriented towards, oh, you want a bunch of low-level stuff just to get that spamming up, or whether you want to go high-level stuff. But it really does feel like we're earning at about the same speed I was with the lemons, which is kind of an odd feeling. And yeah, I love seeing the grandmas in there. They're not going to be very frequent. Although it would be nice to be able to just select my customers. Can I select my customers? No, there's no way to select customers. That kind of sucks. There's an improved chance of cherries on this one. Do I take 1 level of auto click on this one on the right before I go up on the others? I don't think so. I think I go for better rolls since we already have 1 fully upgraded. And all anybody wants is the cherries. This is also one of those things where you have to kind of question the puzzle aspect of it. Because do I want those more valuable fruits? Because this lemon is worth $2 each. These are only worth $1. So if the rats want the lemons, they're going to end up paying freaking $8. Because they usually want 2 fruits of 1 type. And they want it like a madman. Which is just one of those things. Let's see. Do I go for the auto click? No, we're going to go for more things. I can click my mouse. Can I just hold down the mouse button? No. I cannot. That'd be a nice one. Let me just hold down the mouse button, games. Don't make me use up my freaking 20 million clicks on this mouse. Okay, we're gonna go speed next. Just zip it up there, get it going fast. And also this is working towards getting us. There is one where it is not lose 10,000 from clouds. We're gonna get that fairly soon too. Sell to 1,000 customers. So being able to zip them through like this all on one fruit would probably get us to that faster. Because we're just going through customers at a pretty steady pace now. With 2 of these spitting stuff out. And also, yes, I can close that if I want to. Like, I could put these in the back and we just never see it. But I find the dopamine hits better whenever it's in the front. Let's go with another one of you. That is our maxed out cherries on that one too. And now, whenever we swap to another one, we'll have full cherries and we'll have full of whatever that is. So I think this might actually be the right play. Just get 2 stacks up complete on cherry. That way you're churning through customers quickly. You can always have a steady supply of whatever you need. I might even go for the auto click now. No, we'll save up for the 180 first. Simply to get it up to max speed so that it's doing this as we get the auto click going. Because we're going up fairly quick. Just looking at our money up there in the top left, we are getting a steady stream. Obviously, I need to get more fruit coming in so we can actually just get that to be ridiculously fast. But I think that should push us over to max speed. And yeah, I'm clicking this and slowly dragging it to the right because my hand is just sliding that way each time I click. That's because I'm sitting weird. Deal with it. Can't tell me you haven't watched streamers sit weird. Just because I don't have a camera doesn't mean it means I'm any different. Okay, let's get our auto click started. And then we should be able to just ignore these and start switching over to lemons on the front one. Which should... Yeah, I think that's going to be my plan. Max them out and then constantly have it where I max out the next one before buying the next fruit. The next fruit is 300 as well, so it's not like it's terribly cheap to get. So we can upgrade our 400 one and then get that next fruit. And the question becomes, do I... Do I go cherry on the new one, or do I go lemon cherry? Think I might go lemon cherry. Because we actually have things where we need a surplus of 2 different things to get more guys. We also have one where we need 7 different types of customers, I think. 8 plus types of customers. We currently have 1, 2, 3. 4. We have 4. So we're going to be a little while before we get that. We also have one for booting 200. We could play with that a little bit. And we need to max the speed upgrade 5 times to get another one. Yeah, there's a lot of these that are... I'm wondering how easy or difficult they're going to be. They don't seem like in the order that you're going to be unlocking them. Activate every peg. I mean, how far out do the pegs go? And how do I activate the pegs? And this is almost max auto click, so our next purchase after that is going to be the lemon. And I think we'll swap the yellow one to lemon. And then start in on the next one. Auto click done. So now both of those should be chugging along just nice. Do I save up the 350 for boot first? I wonder if that would actually cause problems. Just spam boot everything except for the grandmas? Or is there going to be a cooldown on it? Well, before we worry about that, I'm getting lemons. Oh yeah, I was gonna do it on this one. Boop. 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 Because now they're gonna start requesting lemons, unfortunately. But since we have that maxed out, we get lemons at the same pace as cherries. I'm gonna just kind of chill while this is running for a little bit. But yeah, as far as why I like incremental games, it lets me just kind of sit and just chat and relax for a little bit. I do play plenty of other games on the channel, so having this just as an interim every now and then feels relaxing to me. I know that there are channels built around just this, and I hate to say it, covering this type of game, as far as like your big channels, there's a reason why so many of them flock to it. Especially whenever they have like editors and stuff to cut out any kind of the lull points, or which I'm generally not going to do on this channel. If I ever do heavily edited ones, I will probably split that out as a separate channel, because this channel is intended to be kind of an unabridged experience of the game, so you have a little bit more information about whether you might enjoy picking the games up yourself. But as far as videos like this, it's very easy for them to get a large amount of content and watch time. And as such, due to how YouTube does ads, they get a lot more ads on those as well. But personally, I just let YouTube handle the ads on the channel, and then I play the games I want to play. So you will get this, you'll get auto battlers, tower defense, action RPGs. Generally, the longer games I will be just streaming on my own, though. Okay, so our next upgrade there is 300. We're not going to get that yet because they're going to start requesting it. Purchased. Click to boot them. Let's see if this causes any problems. Doesn't seem to. Oh, that's fine. We want just grandmas. I'm mostly going to let it just fill back up, and then we'll go back to kicking them, because it's 200 that we have to kick out, which is ridiculous. I don't know how we get favorite customers. That is another one that's kind of like up in the air for me. We shall see. Yeah, I am literally just booting them just for the sake of booting them at this moment. And honestly, we just want them coming in as fast as possible. I don't know if there's a way to speed up the rate at which they come in from. Kind of an odd one. Yeah, we're going to save up the 400 for the next tier. Just kick out a whole bunch, get another grandma. Why am I not kicking the ones at the front? Because we have plenty of fruit for them. I don't think we're going to see the 50 build up anytime soon, sadly. If we wanted to, we could buy this and kind of force it, because we'd be able to get somebody at the front of the line that doesn't want these. Also, we could just do this and build up 50 cherries while we have a lemon up front. Get that one and then swap them over to lemon and do the same there. And we can get our 200 off the tail end. Just kick them all out. This is fine. I want to see, okay, Jerry loves cherries and will buy a large amount. So that is the cherry backup. So now we switch all to lemons. And that will get our lemon backup. Once we get a cherry surplus taken care of. We have 58 cherry surplus right now, so it's gonna take a minute. So he'll buy a large amount of cherries. There he is, just chilling there. I don't know how many more kicks we need to get the rest of these guys out. But... Bum, 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 bum. I do like the Jerry guy. Okay, burglar unlocked. Steals your cash. Purchase the boot upgrade to kick him out. Oh, no. So, what? The boot upgrade. Intriguing. This is going to be on lemon. So we need to get the cherry build up. Yep. There we go. So we actually have to be active now? No, I shouldn't have done the boot. Note to self, never do the boot again. Now I actually have to pay attention, which kind of sucks. Who thinks I actually pay attention to shit? Okay, so we're out of cherries. Once we get up to 50 of those, we'll be able to switch this out and actually be reasonable. There, Liz unlocked, loves lemons, and will buy a large amount. Sweet! So now we can do... Oh, this one needs to be lemon. This one needs to be cherry. Just to maintain my sanity. Oh, and we've upgraded this. I wonder if there's going to be a way for us to just, like, hard counter this guy. Or does he... Yeah, I don't see him down here yet. Is he going to be just, like, an uncommon spawn? Don't see him again. But yeah, we can just boot them if we notice them. I don't think it's going to be a huge problem because it doesn't seem like they're frequent guys. But mildly terrifying. Dr. Gravity unlocked. Dr. Gravity never lets you down. Horse unlocked. Horse gives you 2 of each fruit. Intriguing. Don't know what Dr. Gravity is going to do. We haven't seen one pop up yet. So let's go for... I'm going to just go more fruit slots. Bonk. Dr. Gravity looks pissed. What does Dr. Gravity do? We're almost there with him. What do you do there, bud? Oh. Cute. How long does that last? Does that just last until we get another Dr. Gravity? Oh, nope, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, so it doesn't last forever. It just lets us build up, like, an ungodly amount of just stuff at the top. That's cute. And then we have the horse. What does the horse do? Gives us 2 of each fruit. That's cool. That is fine. Do we go for another speed on this? I don't really care to. I'm just going to get this maxed out first. Question is, do we go cherry or do we go lemon? Could also experiment to see, although it is on all of them, we could experiment to see what happens if we get lemon, cherry, cherry, or something like that. Those guys are going to be more of a problem, the little thief guys. Honestly, there isn't much to worry about down here. We haven't really gotten too many bad ones. So our next fruit should be coming up after we get this one done. We'll buy the next one. Do I wait until we get 1600 for that, though? I don't think so. Clicking one machine clicks all of them. I think we just want more speed and stuff on this. I don't know if the auto click applies with that or not. I suppose we could keep auto click off on this one and just go with that. We shall see. Just go some speed here a little bit just so it gets spinny. Or no, let's save up for the 500 before we do that. Let's just get it going. And I do think that I'm going to keep the yellow one on lemons. Why? Because the yellow one seems more intriguing to me for lemon. Can I reorder these? No. Brock will buy 10 of a random fruit at plus 20% price. I'm guessing he was the cloud one. We're actually getting a decent amount of unlocks already. That's good. Activate every peg is probably one we will never see, but let's see click all. Does that actually click on it whenever the auto click goes? No, it does not. So that is a useless upgrade for us. Because I plan to be going all ham on pretty much everything. Go full upgrades, full everything. And obviously we're getting closer and closer to the 5 rec for the speed upgrade one. Are we looking on backlog? We actually have a backlog of everything. It's good to have. I think what I'm going to go with first is speed on this one, because this is slow as balls. Obviously, we're going to end up with a surplus of lemons, because we have 2 lemon producers and only 1 cherry producer. I don't think we're going to have an issue of it getting slow at any point. I should not have kicked all the people. That makes me feel bad. And we get punished for it. But... bleh. I don't know where this guy comes from. Nope, there's 10,000 to cloud, so that's not the gator. Maybe it's just a certain number of fruit. And I will get auto-click 1 on this, just so I don't have to deal with forgetting frequently. And obviously, we are starting to get to the point where I'm probably not going to have to pay attention to our base ones. Just because of the fact that I can just set them and forget them. Wants all the cherries. Okay, we're getting cherries for you. There you go, bud. I'd rather him want lemons, but this is not a big deal. Now, I could just let this run. We probably would end up with a surplus even with the bandits. That ate so many cherries. Are we sitting on 64? How many do we need for that other one? We need a surplus of 50 for 3, I think. Max upgrade speed. 50 plus surplus of 3 different fruits. Yeah, we need a surplus of 3. There's our auto click, so I don't have to think about this one as much. It's gonna... this 1,600. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not. Now the question is, do I switch off of lemons to cherries? Or do I just leave these 2 going like this? Get a second set of cherries for the time being? That might actually not be a terrible idea. Just have them chugging through. I see you there. We've got to kick him before he gets up there. I'm slightly curious how much he steals. Probably just 50 or something like that. Judging by how rarely he spawns. Seems like it would be appropriate. I am noticing we only get the... unless I am missing one in there, I think we only get the ones that we have a surplus of. As far as the headed characters. Like, I haven't seen a cherry head in a while. The gators want it, but we haven't seen any of these for cherry. And we've gotten multiple lemons on screen. So it might depend on your current setup as to what you get spawned. Customer-wise. And I still don't know how to get the... oh, that guy wasn't from the Boot 200 fans. What? Oh, that guy was for having over $500. I still need to boot customers. Maybe that's going to be a cop or something to deal with the other guy. Huh. Do we just go for it? I mean, we're slowly building up to that 200 anyway. And it seems like the bandits only spawn after we get a decent amount of money. Like, they don't seem to spawn whenever we're just down here in the dregs. Are we looking on surplus? 100 surplus lemons. Ooh, yes. So I'm going to test the theory. Go ahead and move you over here. Just so I can keep you guys in line. I will handle the clicking on this for a little while. Speed is our next upgrade, yes. But if we get into a surplus of cherries, will we start seeing cherry heads instead of lemon heads? Lemon heads sound good. For those of you that don't know what those are, they're just little lemon hard candies. If I remember correctly, at least whenever I was younger, I remember them being a hard candy, but also not at the same time. Kind of like they were kind of like those strawberry things. Bonk. That would essentially... They're hard, but whenever you bite into them, they have like a soft inside-ish thing. They're not going to like crack your teeth like a jawbreaker kind of situation. Okay, so we are still surplus on lemons. We're getting there, but I want to get speed maxed out first. And where are we going to be going? Yeah, and we are starting to get cherry heads. Okay. Because we have hit a surplus of cherries, but we no longer have the big surplus of lemons. So that's kind of neat. I think I'd rather have the lemons, though. We need to get up to 1600. Get rid of you because you're a bastard. Did I put this over here? Just try and get a solid, like, line of them across. I don't know how many it's going to give us. This might scroll, because we do actually have scrollable bars. So we need 200 kicked to get that. And it's going to be a while before we can get the surplus requirement. Where is it hiding? This one, it's going to be a while before we can get that, because we're going to need 4 fruits to do it reliably. And what we'll need to do to get the next fruit up to a 50 surplus, which I'm guessing is going to be grapes. Yeah, that's going to be grapes. That's going to be a bushel of grapes. Is we're going to need to go with basically grabbing them and then locking off one of these to maybe just do lemons or something for a little while. Yeah, we need 2 top level upgrades to get that one. Jesus. Yeah, I'll wait until we get this to start working towards that, though. Yeah, we're looking good. I'm pretty chill with this. Whenever you launch this, by the way, it starts out in a almost cell phone orientation. You have to actually full size it. So don't be alarmed whenever you launch it and you see a little skinny Godot drop screen. This actually feels like it was someone practicing how to make games. And I don't know what their plan on mobile is, if it's going to just stay free like this on mobile, or if they're planning to like do some kind of microtransaction thing or not. But on PC, it don't have no microtransactions, so it is actually free. Even if it is incremental and it starts speeding up after a while. We're still getting cherry heads. And, oh, no, I guess we're not. I guess that's the last cherry head to go through. And then once we get up to a certain amount of lemons, we'll start seeing lemon heads again. Nice. So we're going to have to cut one of them off. Question starts to become, do I wait for the 1600 or get the next auto click first? Because we need a crap ton of money for this next upgrade. I also wonder what the color scheme on this will be once we start getting further down. If it does have scrolls, is it eventually going to be blue or something? And there is also the aspect of the fact that there are quite a few fruits in the list as we start going down. I see you there. I'm not too concerned about you, but I see you there. Sorry. Okay, let's get... I'm going to save up the 1600, I think. And I think we will cut off cherries just to get a surplus of the other one. In fact, we could possibly... no, I'm going to wait until we get the 1600 for that. Just because I want to have that in before I'm just sitting there waiting for stuff to build up. Because being able to switch into them is kind of important to me. A new button that makes changing slot machine symbols easier. I don't even know what that's going to do. I think it just changes them all to the same symbol. Which seems like a mildly useless one to get. Let's go ahead and I'm going to boot a whole bunch of people. We don't boot grandmas. Mainly because I am looking for the 200 boot one, and that's a good time to actually do that. Although it does mean we have to be more on guard for banditos showing up. We are starting to build up a little surplus here. They do seem to build up faster than they can buy. It's are they? Ever so slightly faster, yeah. I'm just keeping an eye down there because that's going to make sense to me. Okay, so we have green next. So that means these are only 800 for these. That's nice. Okie dokie. I see what we're going to be doing. So we are probably going to buy our next upgrade now. And sit on lemons only. For our... Actually, we could just switch all to the new one. And just build up that surplus really quick. You know what? I think we'll do that. 300 here right about now. And we switch everything to grapes. Fortunately, the front guy wants grapes. But we need to build up a crap ton of grapes just to eventually get a wall of people who want them their lemons. Okay, he wants cherries. We are out of cherries. So this should build up 50 fast to get us the grape head. How did I know it was going to be the duck? How did I freaking know it was going to be the duck? You guys don't know that meme. Got any grapes? And he waddled away. Uh-huh. I know the crap that we watched ages ago. That don't speak of me to speak of the old memes to me. Those aren't even that old of memes. I've been around since hamster. Well, I predate Hamster Dance by quite a bit as well. So blah 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 blah. Okay, so everything there is working like a champ. We have bandits coming in. We've got plenty of resources coming out of all three types. There's the grape cleaner. And we will start building up for this one. Yeah, and I think going this route is the way to go. And we just like dump all of them into the new one and then swap it back. I'm going to get this one's auto-click done before we start in on these though. just to get them through. Obviously, we want more grape buyers, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, and that guy does just give us 2 of every fruit. So those are all going fine, and we gotta manually click this nonsense. Ew, manual clicking. Whatever will I do? Do I get rid of... I'm gonna do a quick sweep. We need to get to 200. There we go. Flash unlocked. Flash enjoys taking his time. No! It's another cursed guy, isn't it? Yep. Ugh. Let's see what he does. We've gotten several negative ones in there. I'm letting him get to the front. I see him. Kind of in the middle there. Just right there. What do you do, Flash? Are we just not getting the cherries down? There you go. Let's say, are we just not getting them down there? Keeping an eye on him because I want to see what he do. Question is he actually worth it though? Because he might be one of those. No. He just buys a random fruit. That is whatever. So apparently booting critters is not necessarily the way to go. Understandable, I guess. It's fine. I think the next one is watermelons? No, it's bananas. How is that bananas? That looks like a banana. What the frick is this? Almost didn't notice you down there, bud. I am going to miss the sloth guys because they look, at just like cursory glance, they're just blending in with the bears. Whereas the bandits, those tend to just be part of the whole spiel. Now, I do generally think the strategy for this, as far as like which one you choose for your overflow one, is you want the one that's worth the most because you're going to get the excess characters. Although we are starting to hit excess of everything. If we hit 50 lemons, we will end up getting another character. Because we'll have, I think it's 3 that we got overstocked for that. It is... Have 4 plus types of fruit. No. 50 plus surplus of 3 different fruit. Yeah. So actually, the sloth might get us that. Come on, get me some more lemons. Oh, yay. Mac will buy 10 of any available fruit. Yay. Good job, Mac. You are the one I want. Because you are the man who buys it all. I'm going to set up the auto click because I'm continually forgetting to do this. So he's not terribly worth it. He does just sit up there and slow down the line. But auto boot costs 30 grand. It's going to be a minute before we get to that. And we need how many fans? 4 plus types of... not that one. Where is it? I'm guessing this means we need to get the banana surplus one next. Because I have a feeling that's these guys. The fans. Yummy. Yeah, having them just automated saves me so much trouble. And yes, I do need to remember to switch it to grapes. Because these guys will just buy whatever, I think. Yeah, they like all the fruit. So if we have just a surplus of grapes, we're solid. I think they buy an even distro if it's not. Although, we'll see whenever the next one gets up there. You just get whatever. I don't know the logic of yours. Definitely getting a steady pace going. Do I see any other sloths in here? No, not really. So booting them, you will eventually get there anyway, because you've got to boot the bandits. So the proper way to play would be just not use the boot until later on. Auto boot seems... I don't know if it's going to be getting the bandits or not. We'll see. Once we get auto boot, I will switch over to just running that and seeing it, like letting this guy come in and see if he actually does get just auto booted. Okay, next up is speed. These things are getting expensive. Do we buy the next fruit already? Because it's probably going to be, considering this is 4, this is probably going to be 8. Which means we are getting into the realm of things actually being worth a pretty penny. We've already ran out of our surpluses of a lot of stuff. But yeah, I don't want to kick the guy out that wants grapes. That's going to just be the most profitable of the bunch by a significant margin. And now we don't even need to worry about the super fans because we've already got the penguin guy. So I think we still want to get the one that wants 4 fans. Which we should be able to get with the next one. Okay, so this should... We get the lemons down. Come on, get more lemons down there, bud. There you go. I don't think we're getting to the fruit gun today. Very tempted to get the symbol sink just to get it out of the way. Almost missed him. He was just chugging along in there like, I'm going to get up to the front. I'm going to rob this place. You bastard. I do like that this evolves as we start getting further and further in. More speed there. Did we end up with... Yeah, we ended up with a cherry surplus. Okay. We're going to end up with all kinds of different surpluses throughout all this. But so far, really, the only one that sets us behind is going to be the thief. The sloth, not terribly irritating. It just ends up with us building up a surplus of whatever we were working on at the time. We will eventually sell it because he'll just grab it and then we'll just have the line behind him. Same for the anti-gravity guy that just pulls everything to the top of the thing. Oh no, it sits up there, but it eventually comes down. We don't lose anything from it. And it's not like we're getting a real loss in time because we would have had to wait for one of those to build up anyway at some point. As far as the rest of this, it's whatever. But yeah, this is 100% bubble wrap again. I think we go for speed before we go for another one of these. Before we go for another auto click, that is. I do like the penguin guys. The penguin guys just kind of even up our flow and just give us a chunk of money. It makes me happy. We'll skip the auto click. And then the next one should start putting us up into the tens of thousands range, considering how much we've been escalating. We have another... No, we still haven't even... We've seen, like, what? 3 sloths? 4 sloths? Which is ridiculously low. There's a guy that we need to kick. Trying to hide by the duck there, you little bastard. I see you. Eye contact. Eye contact with the robber. Kiss him my booty. I don't think it's possible to get all these synced up, sadly. Which is kind of sad. But now we are kicking along. I thought I saw a sloth in there, but there he is. Honk. I will get you. One way or another. The line is moving fast enough, it's hard to click on them. Because I am doing this at, well, middle of the night is probably the nicest way to say it. At a point at which I should be asleep, because I should be getting prepared for stream tomorrow. But no. In this game instead. That is normally how I do these, though. I will wake up, do all my recording and stuff beforehand, write what I can, and then do stream at the scheduled time. I know that's not a standard US schedule, because if you guys know when I stream, it's early in the morning US, but that's just how it rolls. That's how things work out best for me, because that's whenever it's most quiet. I don't have to deal with neighbors making a bunch of noise. I don't have to deal with any kind of like interruptions of like deliveries or anything like that. It just exists. I can exist in the middle of the night. That's why if I start doing TTRPG stuff, streams on the other channel, I'll probably end up doing them in the evenings rather than immediately after the other one or anything like that. Now, I'm still debating what music I want to use on those streams. But it's mostly going to be like map making, NPC creation, Foundry, development, that kind of stuff. And probably some art stuff. Although I might do art on the main channel over on Twitch. And just co-stream it over to probably the Daily Draw. But we'll see. Obviously, I'm not a great artist. I am what is known as mediocrities. But I'd rather do that than have AI garbage in my nonsense. And yeah, me clicking stuff is usually detrimental because I will continually drag it to the right. Because I am leaning to the left. Let's see, 1600 for the next one. Yeah, we'll wait for that. Then all of these will be going full tilt. And I'll probably buy this after we get the last auto click. Then we'll save up for the next one, and then we'll buy the next fruit. We're not getting the auto boot anytime soon, sadly. I do wonder if the bandit actually holds up the line at all. Or if it's just detriment that gets in the way. We are building up a log. There we go. That should be 10 for you. Nice. Ta-da! And now we're able to just leave it alone. Once we build up 1,000, we'll get our next little like auto swap thing and see if that actually does help at all. Doubtful, but we can try. Why are we falling so behind on just lemons? It's like everyone wanting lemons for some reason. I don't know. I'm going to let this idiot get to the front. I see him. I'm going to wait for him to get to the front. I'm going to see if he stops the line while he's robbing us. Because if he does, that gives me hope that the auto kicker will get him. Either way, we can click him on his way out. Because he runs to the right. Get our money back, bitch. I didn't even notice how much he stole. I was looking at the bottom, not the top. So we get symbol sync first. Then we grab the next tier of this. And then we grab the next fruit. That is... What is times 3? Don't know what that is. But no, I prefer this being cherries, that being lemons, and this being grapes for now. We'll switch the yellow to lemons. I didn't miss him down there. Why am I doing it this way? Because I can. Suck a nugget. I want it to make sense to me, not to you guys. So let's see. One thing we could do, once we get the auto boot, could set it to the most expensive fruit and just let it boot anybody that doesn't want that particular fruit. I think that might be what they intend you to do. I'm gonna let this guy show up as well, because I want to see just the wall of stuff at the top for my own personal entertainment. Lemons and grapes are doing well. So it's 3,200 for the next thing, which is 1/10 of a freaking auto boot. And I don't think the auto boot is going to handle the robbers, sadly. I don't think it's going to handle the mages either. So it all just floats up. Oh, it doesn't actually keep them up in the air. They just get floaty. Interesting. Is it because they're bouncing off of each other when they go up there? That might also be it. Because they might just have no gravity, but due to their momentum, they're knocking each other down. That's kind of neat. So I don't have to worry about the floaty wizards. I think the only thing I have to worry about are the robbers. The bandits. This one time at bandit camp. Da 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 da. Yes, I make that joke anytime there's bandits in games. Including Baldur's Gate. I've been having fun playing Baldur's Gate. I don't think Gablin is, sadly. I think he's getting frustrated with it. I might end up suggesting we go to Baldur's Gate 3 and I'll do Baldur's Gate 2 as just my own cheese project. But we'll see. It's definitely a game that a lot of people struggle with. I do absolutely prefer turn-based over real-time with pause. But I do have a lot of nostalgia for Baldur's Gate 2 simply because of the fact that I played it back in the day, and I do love just cheese strats. He loves to eat clouds. Okay. Hey, if he wants to eat the clouds, more power to him. If he gets rid of them, that'd be even greater. Oh, there he is. See if they just disappear permanently or if it's temporary or what. I will go ahead and just keep kicking you guys. There's our next tier. And yeah, it does scroll down. I want to see what this guy do. Oh, and we've actually got proper upgrade there. Goodness. Oh, and he ate all of our clouds. Sweet. Do they stay gone? They might stay gone. I'm happy to see the clouds clear up. That makes life so much easier. 800 for the next one. Oh, they come back. No. But it does give us a little window of just no clouds, so I can't complain too much. I mean, I can. It just wouldn't really serve a purpose. As far as what I want on this last one, what I am going to do, I'm going to activate that. It's gold coins. Wizard will spawn a fruit store. Nice. Does this just rain money? Yeah, that's just raining money. We don't ever build up a surplus of that because it is literally just money. Is that faster than getting people fruit? We just kick everyone except for... Kick you first. Except for polar bears and you. Set up an auto clicker here at the bottom, just kick everybody out. And just go straight in on money. That'd be kind of dickish. He's gonna eat clouds. So, this one can't build up. So what I think we want to do is go back to these. Build up all this and get rid of you. And just let these kind of roll with it, I guess. And I will do... Because I actually prefer serving the customers, but we need to get the next upgrade. So that is... Okay, so banana's just right there. That's why it was out of order. Okie dokie. Let's go with... I'm going to go with an auto click first, because I don't want to pay attention to it. I want the game to play itself while I'm strategizing. I can use words, I think. I think that's the word I'm looking for. My brain just decided that that sounded very awkward to me. It's kind of like whenever you're editing a website and see news or contacts a lot, and it ends up just looking like, this does not look right, because you've typed it 97,000 times. But that was back in the HTML days. That was 90s. That started being a thing for me. News especially. But anyway, strategizing is what I prefer doing rather than sitting here actively clicking something. That's just waiting for carpal tunnel. Okay, so as far as what we want here, I think this one we want to be cherries. Or do we want it to be lemons? We might actually want it to be grapes. That way, whenever we get the penguins, we get more money from it, and we have a higher chance of the ducks. You got any grapes? So I don't know what X3 is. I don't know what activate every peg does. We have fruit hanging out over here, by the way. Just like on the edge of the screen that's gotten stuck. So it's there. It's a pain in the booty. I don't know what we're supposed to do about it because I don't have a way to just like knock it around. It does have physics, so theoretically if we pepper it with enough stuff, it'll be a thing. Wouldn't mind getting a polar bear next to a wizard. So it would eat the clouds, and then the wizard would cause a storm to come on us. The storm, it comes. Not that we get a lot from that, but it's still there. Definitely surplus on grapes still. Feels like our income has actually slowed down a little bit, sadly. Might also be the fact that things are costing 1,800 freaking dollars to upgrade. So basically, it's like RAM prices. RAM prices for more fruit. God, it has gotten ridiculous. I saw a pack of RAM for like $2,000 for not that much RAM. Like, why? Why do you do this? You took my clouds. I am perfectly fine with. Take all my clouds, you bastards. But yeah, we need to get that speed up so we can get another guy. Don't know what he's gonna be. Yeah, that's max the speed upgrade 5 times. That looks like a frog. Is it gonna be a frog? It might be a frog. We need one more type of fruit to be able to get that. I still don't know what activate every peg is. I do notice, is the background? No, the background is the same. For some reason I was thinking the background is maybe changing as we go further in, kind of how Cookie Clicker goes into just some kind of like eldritch abomination after a while. It just does that. Let's see. There we go. I had to deal with a message that I just got while I was freaking recording this. I have been tempted to just stream on Discord while I'm recording these. Thing is, I need to be very specific about my settings on that, because otherwise people will interrupt the recording with sounds, which is very distracting. I can deal with a chat while I'm doing it. I struggle with dealing with sounds while I'm chatting away. That's one reason why whenever we're doing like RPGs and stuff that have voice acting, I'll be quiet, not because I necessarily feel like terrible about, oh, he's chilling down there, about talking over the cutscenes whenever they're just kind of meh, but it's very distracting whenever other things are talking. Let's see. Well, that's interesting. Someone's mentioning a change on YouTube, how subscription feeds work. And they're describing a function I didn't even know existed. What's bad is I experiment all the time with YouTube, so that must be like a very specific layout choice. They are removing the ability to do a list view instead of a grid view. I prefer the grid view, so I use the grid view. I never tried to change it. Okay. Let's go speed. Get rid of you. Not seeing too many sloths. We are definitely getting a surplus of grapes. They're our biggest profit ones, so might as well lean into that. Obviously, we want to upgrade to our next fruit and lean into that one instead. So I'm going to keep one of each of the previous ones, but swap it back to mostly the higher profit one. It's only 1,600 for that. So we could just lean into that like right out of the gate. Actually mildly tempted to do that. Save up the 1,600, get the next one, and drop it on everything. That way we just build up that surplus, get the people that want to buy that surplus, and then just do 1, 1, 1, and then that. Because we actually have enough here to do that. So I think that's what we want to do. Because I went ahead and bought this like this was a fruit. So I don't think I care too much about doing the rest of it. I think that's pear. I think that's probably watermelon. Or is that watermelon? That's probably watermelon. Don't know what these bottom ones are. That looks like a diamond of some sort. Bonk. It really doesn't give too many of the bad guys now that we have like enough other things to dilute it. So I'm not too concerned with it. Obviously differentiating between the wizard and the gravity bastard. It's nice that it's red, but if you're colorblind, I could see that being an issue. I do love eating them. Okay, let's go ahead and get nanners. And I will put everybody on bananas. Are they going to be in pajamas? No. All the bananas. Yeah, we need somebody that's not wanting grapes or bananas. Anna unlocked. Anna loves bananas so much, she even... Oh, bleh. Anna, you have problems. Zookeeper unlocked steals our customers. No! Is that because we have so many fans? Yeah, well, I guess... I mean, I understand why they have detrimental ones, but... Gosh. Gosh! So there's our cherry. There's our lemon. This will be our grape. Now we have everything building up. So we're gonna have to kick the bad guys and stay on top of it even more. So you can't just like leave this running overnight, I guess. I want to see what he does. So I'm gonna just leave him in there. But I have a feeling it's gonna be bad. Obviously, it's stealing our customers. That's without a doubt going to be bad. Kill the sloth. Does he get rid of all of our customers is the question. Or does he just kidnap the next, like, however many? He just kidnaps however many that is. I don't care. We got plenty of customers to deal with that. He's not a problem. Probably keep track of how much of these guys steal. Is it a percent or is it a straight amount? We can get speed maxed out. Frog boosts the speed of customers for 10 seconds. Sweet. I'm gonna see how much he steals. Okay, so I might not even get a chance to click him. Just 50? We don't care about you. We even got the other wizard at the same time as kicking his ass. Nice. Yeah, going banana heavy seems to be the way to go now. We're not surplusing on too much other stuff. Yeah, we're doing good now. I don't actually have to be paying attention to the bottom thing very much. I think the only thing I might want to get is the auto kick just to get rid of the people that hold up the line. Here comes everybody in, because, yeah, 50 is nothing now. And there's our last nanner there, and we'll start getting auto-click next, and then it's into that. And yeah, the fact that we have a surplus of bananas saves us a lot of trouble. And we actually still have enough grape surplus that we're getting grape guys. That's funky. What else do we need to actually get as far as these go? Activate every peg. 50 plus, I still don't know what the activate every peg thing is. I think I have to wonder if it is something to do with whenever they're hit, they get bulbous. So maybe we need them all bulbous at once, because they stay that way for a second. That might be how it wants to go. Bud, get yeeted, bitch. I mean, it doesn't really hurt us very much, but mildly annoying. See him carry them off. I feel bad for them. It's a thing. It's not even like, oh, it's really hurting our business. No, it's just I feel bad for them. Because he's just walking off with, like, people kidnapped. It's just weird and creepy. Here comes our swarm. So nice. Auto click. So our bananas go up even faster. Especially whenever we have the guy stealing clouds. I like the cloud stealing bear. As far as our layout goes, we could try and space it out where we could try and get those, but I don't think we really have enough coverage on these guys yet to do that. I think we need more stuff. There we go. We knocked one of them out. Let's drop them down there and try and knock these out of that bottom peg. Eventually, we will liberate that. Another one gets stuck immediately. Yeah, we need more peg violence on the right. So, yeah, we'll just go blip. And he's running off with them. Didn't catch him beforehand because I wasn't actually paying attention down there. So I think the way to get them all activated is going to be just having evenly spaced like that. $2,400 for our next upgrade. And I'll kick the enemies whenever I notice them, but for the most part, they're just nothing at this point. They are non-issues. There's our max auto click there. So now let's just save up 6,400. We've got an inverter there, which is gonna probably be hilarious with how much we have loaded up now. And yes, I am keeping the orange one, the permanent bananas. Oh no, everything floats. Everything. Is it sometimes more powerful than others? Because this one is, they are all staying up there. It's going to be a deluge. I want to watch this. Come on, knock him out. Oh, well, we got a banana stuck over there. I do find just the amount of things we just get stuck in places to be mildly entertaining. So yeah, the red wizards are not completely a detriment. They are just okay. Here's a bunch of stuff that you can kind of just mess with. All coming down at once. Knock everything out of the pegs. And that poor little banana over there. That said, I do wonder, in the narrow view, would the, like, peg one just be easier? Because they do seem to just build up. And it can't just be based on, oh, you have X number of pegs activated, or we would have gotten that already. Because we got a crap ton of them. There you go. Get yeeted. Okay, 6,400 for our next. Or we just go to the next fruit. I think we're just going to go to the next fruit. And just change everybody over to pairs. 16. Those guys out. Build up a pair backlog. Boop and a boop and a boop. Pairs will be our greens. Yeah, as soon as we get 50 of them, we can just kind of do with them like we were doing with the other ones. Pairs are worth so much, though. Perry unlocked, ordered his costume a size too small. Oh no, poor Perry. Okay, so build up a back stock of that. Nobody's actually requesting pairs. Kind of sad. I'm waiting for the line to get stopped. But we have plenty of stuff just kicking around. Okay. Cherries on red, bananas there. I don't know why I'm feeling compelled to, like, color match them. And then grapes there. So now we have to get the next one before we start going with it. It just feels right to have them, and blue with grapes is the closest that we've got right now, so. Do we save up the 30 grand for auto boot yet? Maybe. We're about to run out of bananas. Banana guys, that is. Because we're down to 72 bananas. Oh, Jesus, Perry. How many do you buy at once? Yeah, I think it buys a bigger stack of pears than... Yeah. Watch whenever Perry gets there. He gets the stack. Not just a stack, the stack. Dude got plans. Our next fruit is watermelon. So this is probably not a fruit. Leads me to think we might just want to grab it anyway. Just to be on the safe side, we're getting this. Oh, that is actually the perfect one for grapes. You get to go there. Actually, we're going to put the cherry one over there. We're going to go least valuable to most valuable, which is grapes next. And then bananas. Then pears. And then whatever we end up with on this one. Because we don't need to click the ones that are hiding behind it. Let's go with more pears on you. Go more speed on that. 12,800 for the next upgrade. Things are starting to get expensive, and there isn't like a prestige system in this or anything. Okay. Now, I think once we get the auto kick, we might switch over to everything being all one thing. Because I think that's going to be better income by a fairly large margin. Because if we're just kicking everybody that doesn't want our most valuable item, then we have, like, nothing to worry about. Obviously, the ones that want, like, lemons and cherries are just going to give us less money, because that's, like, 10... That was 20 for all those lemons. Whereas for the pears, we'd need to just sell 2 pears. And we'd have that much money. So we're going to go more slots, more pears. This will probably be the grape one until we get up to the point where we have that 30 grand for auto boot. We are almost done with these core upgrades, though. And all we have left here is just dudes. I think they might have intended for you to juggle more in terms of what you're dropping out. But at the moment, it really does feel like better off just going like this. And cherry, for some reason, is building up, and I don't know why. Maybe we just haven't had cherry requests in a while? That could very well be it. Get rid of you. Because we don't need people getting kidnapped. That is not the sign of a good, functioning fruit stand. Kidnappings should not happen under the fruit stand watch. Some people are going to get that. Other people are not. Others are going to be mad about it. I'll say stay mad. Let's see. 3,600. Bonk. I'm mostly just keeping an eye out for these guys that are worth kicking. Will I notice them every time? No. But we're chugging away at getting resources there. Next one is going to be... We're going to get the last fruit slot on this one just so we have a higher chance of getting the... whatchamacallit? The jackpot. I keep forgetting the word jackpot. Mainly because my brain remembers jack squat. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And I don't see any reason to go multiple different types of fruit on one machine. That just doesn't make sense to me. Our next tier up is 4,800. If it's a fruit, we're boned if we don't have this other one leveled up first. That was a whole cluster of annoying guys all in one spot. Okay, so all those are going. The thing that might cause us problems if we do just go all one kind and kick people that are holding up the line is that we might run out of customers. That is the only thing I am concerned about. Let's go more speed. Yeah, we want max speed on it first. Not that we're getting too many more benefits from max speed. We did already get the other guy unlocked, which is the Frog. But there we go. I don't like seeing the 4s, and I don't like seeing the 10s. We want the 200s and stuff. Obviously, if we were playing active and just like straight up just kicking everything that didn't get what we wanted them to get down there, then it would probably be going a little bit faster. We need 30 grand. I'm mildly tempted to go make myself some food and let this run. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. I will be right back. I'm going to get myself a midnight lunch for me, so I'll be right back. Okay, apparently in the amount of time it took me to go and... It wasn't even cooking it fresh. It was literally reheating like leftover chicken, potatoes, and gravy. We got Peggy, and she steals pegs. I don't know. It was probably about 5 to 7 minutes, and we're almost at the 30 grand for the auto boot. So I'll wait and get that before we start spending on more stuff, just so we can get rid of the pains in the boot. Blah, 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 blah. Now, obviously, if I went away for another 5 minutes, we'd just have, well, we wouldn't have the fruit gun, but we'd have enough money for it. So yeah, there's our auto boot. Let's see if anybody, how fast it kicks people. Although we'd actually need it where we weren't having a surplus of everything to see if it did that on normal guys. So what do we have going on here? You can just get gone. I want to see... I think we're kind of at a point where we're making too much fruit for them to consume. Just kind of an odd thing. We do need to finish off this tier as well. But where is a sloth when you need him? There's a sloth. I still don't know how we completed Peggy. I wasn't recording at the time, so I can't even go back and look. It's kind of sad. I probably should have kept it recording. I'm a dumbass for not doing that. Maybe I should actually... Oh, yep. Well, it just yeets them. That's fine. Do we really care about the rest of this? I'm going to wait for us to buy this. I'm going to see what it is. I am curious as to who all it will kick, so I might not kick people for a little while, just to see who it decides to kick. Is it just the sloth? Is it just people who are waiting for a different amount of resources? Is it what? There's our 4,800. Because we don't actually have any negatives that I'm seeing down at the bottom yet. But the only one we've seen kick so far would be the sloth. What is that? That is 0. What do you do? Money up. What does that do? That's probably useful. I just don't know what it does. We'll have to figure it out eventually. Yeah, I have a feeling the only one it yeets is the sloth. We'll see if it yeets the kidnap guy. That is odd. So that said money up there for a second. Is it how much they give us for each of them? Oh, it does yeet the bad guy. Does it yeet the crook? Yes, it does. It does eat the crook. It doesn't eat the wizard. Go and get the speed roll there. Yeah, is this increasing the value of these, or is it just increasing how much money the guys have? Yeah, I'm seeing money up there, but... no, it doesn't seem to be actually doing anything with those. Does it do something whenever it bumps into the guys? Yeah, I don't know what that's doing. It doesn't really seem like it's going to be terribly useful. I'm going to go back to more pairs. That's just kind of a strange one that just doesn't make sense to me. Oh, what? So it's got a timer on it. I'm going to take the auto click. Oh, this is up to $1 now. What are you? What the unholy hell are you, bud? 20 seconds. Does that change the value of anything other than itself? Oh, it is. It's increasing the value of everything. Okay, it just took forever to do. Okie dokie. That's fine. I can live with that. I can live with a just overtime boost of money. I could actually leave this on doing that overnight and just see how many hours we could get on there. Not gonna do that. I have other things I need to record. Otherwise, I would consider it. I would actually consider it. But we'll get you on auto click, and then it's time to get another thing here. That said, I do want to try our plan B. Yeah, it shows 17 there. Does it only increase it for that thing? Let's see if auto kick actually works whenever they run out of whatever the guys want. Okay, so they are still going through the old stock. We have gone all to pair. We're about to see that money thing drop down. It only goes up by 1. And the time is out. It's still up by 1. Does it just increase the value of that slot's fruit? And it kicks the annoying ones out of the way. So yeah, we can just lean into just doing just pairs. Yeah, I don't see this. It's not seeming to increase it any further. I'll leave it going for a little while and see if it goes up to like 18 on the pairs. But if it doesn't, that's just not gonna be worth it. Everybody just, if you don't want what we sell, you don't get anything. You jerks. And we can just immediately go up to the next one, which is oranges. So, oranges it is. Yeah, they're at 26 on these. It is increasing it on these, just slower, I guess? So we'll get our orange surplus and get the big orange buyers soon. Because I think we will keep ahead of them once we start getting to just kicking everybody that doesn't want oranges. Yeah, and that one is still not going up on there. Clementine once swallowed a whole orange. Jesus, Clementine. Have some pride. Yeah, those are 17. That's 17. That's 17 now. I don't know what it wants from those. I'll leave it on there for a little while and see if it actually changes anything. But as it stands, we can go straight to watermelon. So yeah, we should be ramping up our revenue here. Maybe it increases over time. Or maybe we need a certain amount of it for it to be viable. Let's see. Wally unlocked. Wally can split a melon open with his head. I mean, so can a lot of people. The thing is it going to really be worth it? Is the concussion worth it, friend? Yeah, it doesn't seem like this is increasing it further. We are getting more time there. Maybe if it gets up to 10-minute count on there, it'll do something. Let's make sure we get rid of you. Let's see. I'm waiting to see if those drop down there, if they give us just cash whenever it lands or something. No? They don't function like the coins. We are still getting a net surplus on it, so that's not a problem. 12,000 for that. That is a stopwatch. I kind of wish there was an explanation as to what these were. Maybe that increases their speed? Because, yeah, I don't think these are actually doing anything. These still say that it gives us $1 for each one sold. But, what? I think we are starting on the ramp up at this moment, now that we've gotten the kick the guys that want nothing that we have out of the way. Okay, so that's going to be relatively cheap to mess with. Where are you hiding at, though? There you are. So yeah, that's going to be relatively quick to fill up at least. So I guess we will put that one on the time one and see how that functions. Because we already have just the massive flood of watermelons. If you don't want watermelons, you're at the wrong fruit shop. Oh, and we got, I think the bush is new. Could be wrong. Get that one auto-clicking, because that's going to be the first thing we need on it. And it has a timer as well. So yeah, we are starting the ramp-up stage. We are getting near the end of this. That means that we will be seeing Fruit Gun today. Because the ramp-up is real. And it does, yeah, it's speeding everything up to have those. Okay. That's nice. So that's going to be more valuable than the plus money thing, even though the plus money thing is still not doing anything. Almost at 10 minutes. We'll see if it actually gets another big bonus there or not. I want to get this other one so we have just the highest chance of time on there, and then we'll max out the speed. Because I don't think we need to be leaning into anything else on this besides just more speed, more watermelons, more everything. Because, yeah, even if we just get a small request of those, that's still a crap ton of money. And we have plenty of guys that just want every single fruit possible. And as soon as we get our next fruit, we can just change over to that one. And that is at 1,600. I have a feeling we come down here. That's going to be our lime. I think that's lime. That's strawberry. And then... Actually, no, that's apple. This has to be lime, and that is maybe it's lime strawberry apple? I am unsure. And it does seem like the clock thing speeds things up quite a bit. Yeah, this is just raising everything's price by 1. It's not really doing anything for us. I think what we might do... have 2 speeders? Because I don't think that extra 1 per is really doing it, because we're not selling enough to really push that to the next level. There we go. Everything is speeding up. We have 2 clock spawners. Switch it over to you. You get that done. But yeah, I don't think we actually have the volume to worry about that. We're staying up on the watermelons. We're staying up on the time thing, I think. Yeah, we're staying caught up on time, which is one of them. So I guess that's what we do is you. Obviously, we could just do all coins and just rely on that, but that would be way too slow. So 16,000. I'm going to save up for this one, and hopefully it's lime. Although this, for some reason, looks like lime to me. I'm thinking that's lime, strawberry, apple. This, I have no idea what it is. And yes, we could get another wheel, but nope, this is a strawberry. Okay, strawberry is after lime on the list, though. Strawberries are 59. Gladly take those. Slowly just walk our way up here. They're 58 base. It does seem like it stopped doubling, as instead just incrementing up, which is also fine. Once we get a surplus of 50 strawberries, we'll get another guy unlocked that likes strawberries. The schnozberries taste like schnozberries. Do they now? How do you know what a schnozberry tastes like? Do we need to be asking this question? There's another strawberry. I'll put it there. And now it looks like we've got... Here, I'm gonna I think we're gonna start just stacking them up. We'll have the support ones over there and just the spawners of strawberries over there. Yeah, we immediately can afford more. Oh, we can't actually go with any more spawners. fan finally became the real thing. Groovy. Strawberry. Or maybe we can't get that until we've gotten... It's literally just a strawberry. And now that's our last strawberry there. We'll get auto click and then we'll start getting speed and then we'll just kind of kick along. Do I need more time and all that stuff? No, we're good. So that's probably lime then. That's apple. This is a gem and this is an unknown. I have a feeling the unknown is the end of the game. Let's call it a random hunch there. Yeah, I still don't know what this and this do. I'm assuming upward arrow is good things. But doesn't ever seem to increase our stuff even further. It is currently at 14 minutes built up. Oh no, our shit floats. Whatever will we do? We have a surplus of everything. It's kicking everybody out. Whenever we get the fruit mage, he just gives us a little bit of extra fruit that's gonna give us that little bit of money there, but... There we go. Got all the strawberries dropping in, everybody be buying them. Maybe that increases our sale speed? I don't know. Yeah, it does say speed down at the bottom whenever it pops there, but I don't know which thing it's actually doing. As far as, like, mechanically. Is it speeding up the drop rate? Is it speeding up the rate at which we get people showing up? Is it speeding up everything? Kind of like the frog does? What does the frog do? It speeds everything up, you fool. But yeah, we can't actually buy another one, sadly. This is all the spawners we can get. So it is just a matter of unlocking the rest of this, which should come across fairly quick. Especially once we get limes around and kicking. Just kicking everybody that doesn't want a strawberry. You guys should learn the hottest new trend is all that we sell. Hotness. It is ours. And all of that stuff got eaten by the freaking clouds. It'll be fixed soon enough. This is not a problem. Yeah, we're definitely getting a decent amount there. Yeah, I just need to figure out if there's anything further we can do with the cash thing, or is it just, do you want to have one stack of them just doing it? To build up the time. Man, the tinkling of the sound, if I don't have to turn off the sound in this, I'll be happy. But that's another thing I run into with the idle games. Copyright claims with their music, because a lot of them use libraries. Yeah, we're keeping auto boot on. We don't care. If you don't want our strawberries, you don't want to shop at our business. We sell strawberries and strawberry accessories until we hit 22,000. That's lime and lime accessories. Come on. There we go. There's our limes. Time to switch to limes. We don't have any coconuts to go with them, but you do what you do with what you got. Make the face all you want. Yeah, I do find the music in this nice and poppy. It is credited to a specific person, so maybe it won't be claimed. You guys will actually get the audio. That's actually what happened to Starvester, by the way. Is I had it uploaded and it just was like, here is, oh, beverage bear unlocked. Hold the ice. Cool. But that's what happened with Starvester, is I ended up getting just like a million claims on it, which kind of sucked. So I had to go in and just turn off the audio on it. Still have vocals, just not the in-game audio. That guy I love that it is just floating goggles in the water. That is great. We already have the next one. How much are you worth? 55, no sales necessary. Do we just go with that? I mean, it reduces any of the variability of just different guys, but as it stands, I think we're better off just selling the limes. But yeah, we are definitely in the home stretch. We can't buy any more down here, which leaves me disappointed. I would actually really, really love having just the Great Wall of slot machines going across the bottom here. But the closest we're going to get is if I hide part of it with the menu. There we go. Now it looks like we got it. It's fine, right? Right? It's probably not. There's the apples. They are 110 each. And we don't really stay on the later ones for very long once we have all these things unlocked. Oh, apples and limes. That's actually not a terrible combo. Not my favorite, but it's not terrible. Cranberry lime is pretty good. Apple and lime is a little bit weird. I've only had it once. And it was Granny Smith's and lime, not like sweet. It was tart. Puckery even. That was ages ago. Are we going to get the... Yep. Adam unlocked. Adam is shopping for a new house. We got the Hungry Hungry Caterpillar, and we unlocked all the customers. Actually, that's not the Hungry Hungry Caterpillar, but it's close enough. And what are you? Crafted Fruit Freak. Unlock all fruit. What does this do? What does the question mark do? Oh, it just pops out a random fruit. Okay. That is not as good as apples. We only sell apples here. We're like a Mac store. We're almost at the fruit gun. Fruit gun is the last thing we need. We'll have everything unlocked. Have you beaten Fruit Ninja's successor? That would actually be a good one to add to this. Add a Fruit Ninja as something that you could spawn. That would be a nice little nod. You win! You unlocked every customer, fruit, and upgrade. Final time, 2 hours and 4 minutes. Thank you for playing Endless Mode unlocked. New upgrades and infinite machines. Yay! What are the new upgrades? Speeds up all slot machines. And auto-click. Why, yes. So we haven't beaten it. We've just found round 2. Are we gonna... We're gonna get all the upgrades. We've only been at this for a couple hours. It's fine. I am slightly sad that there's not more fruit. There's no more customers either, though. So we are kind of just stuck with just how fast can we get it to go. I kind of want to see how fast it goes. Okay, so we can get our dream of going all the way across there. Oh, and we automatically have... auto-click. Sweet. Okay. I can live with this. And now that we have infinite machines, we can just get the flood of apples going. I think we'll have... I didn't want to drag you around. I think the way that we would want to do it, have our modifiers up here, row of apples, and then everything else making the gold, the gems and stuff just for raw cash per summon, because right now I think we are actually outpacing our customers. Yeah, we are outpacing them just with what we have right now. So another 20,000. And I will go with diamonds. Yeah, let's go ahead and close that. The diamond is there. I think we go like that. What was the other kind of modifier that we had? Yeah, we didn't really have another modifier. Never mind. So I think we go... How are we looking on apples there? We're actually not keeping up with them on apples. Okie dokie. There we go. Yeah, we are. Never mind. So, diamonds. For the second stacks. We can start getting these upgrades as well. Let's go with a faster auto-click. Because now we're actually making all the cash. I do like that she just steals random balls rather than just all the balls. Part of me would like that, but I don't think we necessarily need it right now. Okay, we got more speed. 30,000 for the next upgrade on those. I want to see how long it does take to get to the max upgrade. Because, yeah, we're definitely keeping up on the apples with what we have. So it is literally just get the diamonds. And I do think the auto-click speed on them is still going to benefit them. We don't have to pay attention to anything down on the bottom, sadly. It is just kind of not even necessarily in the way to mess with it. It's just inconvenient to have to mess with it at all at this point. So all of you get your auto click up, and then we'll get up to 30 grand and get another set of diamonds. And we will probably see just a constant stream of stuff. What? Did he get away? I saw like negative like 10,000 there for us. Oh, that's because we did the auto click. But I saw negative 50 as well. Did we not get our money back? And yeah, now it's going fast. I have a feeling by the end we'll be able to probably support the entire group of these idiots with just like one or two of these and go diamonds on the rest and just escalate out the wazoo that way. Next upgrade is 30 grand on these, so it is better to get this. Damn. That do be chugging. Are we gonna lag the computer? No. I am fairly positive we are not. Let's go and get that over there. And we will go more diamonds. And I do notice they are the same price as the previous upgrade, but the actual buying the shelf is not. Is that one actually clicking? No, if we don't have auto-click going, it just doesn't do it at all. Okie dokie. I mean, we do have the auto-click over here. And everything is going zippy now. So yeah, I think, yeah, we actually do have to get the auto-click here to really do a lot with it. So we've got that going. That was a frog, I think. We got another frog coming up. And how are we looking on the time on everything? Ha ha! We're not running out of stuff anytime soon. Not even close. So let's go with speed first. All the slot machines are building up a giant wave of stuff at the top. So whenever that guy's curse ends, it's all just going to come down and just give us all the money. Are we going to run out of apples while they're up there? No. Holy butt nuggets. Okay, thank you. And yeah, the click speed on these is astronomical now. I don't even think we necessarily need to upgrade that just yet, because it is clicking as soon as the spin ends. So I think we just need our speed and more clickies. That's 40,000 for the next speed. No, let's save. Let's do the speed first. Yeah, they only take a split second to do that. I think the only reason we'll end up needing to get the auto click is because these are getting faster. But at this moment, they are still just rolling as soon as they get done. So it's not like they're just waiting for anything. So let's get another shelf. This should be, I think it's going to be the blue one. No, it's going to be green. So we'll grab green. Switch it to diamond. Where are you hiding there, green? There you go. Very much just everything now. And the kitchen sink. So 8,000 for the next auto click. And it's relatively, it's not super fast, but it's fast enough that I don't have to like worry about it. I do think I'm going to have to click on the auto clicks just to guarantee that it is constantly going, though. Man, our income, it's doing well. And I do notice that we don't actually get to see the 55s up here. They only appear down here. But the cost of the upgrades is staying the same on these. So yeah, this is where it starts getting real incremental. This is just like, welcome to speed. Would you like to go faster, bitch? Yes, please. This is like day 35 on freaking Cole LLC for me. Where you are just chugging through stuff. Get you, and then we'll get the auto click, so it'll actually start doing auto clicks. And we'll figure out where it's hiding after we do that. There's our blue. So we've got 3 more left to get before we've lapped. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. That stack of apples was almost to the top of the screen, my guy. Yeah, it's up to here. It's taller than the freaking eggs. And I do think we go for another speed next. Especially with just how much flooding we are doing down here. There isn't a moment where something isn't landing at the bottom. We could just go straight into cash. And just start eating people, period. But I want to keep selling some fruit to just keep it in the spirit of the game. Or do we go for that next? Maybe we go for this next, since we already have these all going super fast. I think this is going to escalate us more than just going more raw speed. We have 2 more left to go as well. That'll put it at, what, 80,000? Are we looking 500 something apples? I think we might want to change another apple into this. Because we are literally at the point where we cannot get them to use it fast enough. And we are leveling these up really quick now. I think I might actually even change 2 of the apples over to that. There we go. We've got 4 stacks of apples funding them. It should be fine. I'll keep an eye on it. If it's below, like, I want to say 300, whenever we come back there, that means that we'll have been losing ground to it. So 70,000 for the next tier up. Especially considering we're yeeting everybody that wants something other than apples. How do we actually do... Click and drag to spawn fruit. I don't know how that is supposed to work. Is it right click? No. Middle click? No. Is it in here? Yeah, I actually have no idea how to use that ability, the fruit gun. Click and drag to shoot fruit. Yeah, I have no idea. We're gonna go ahead and get you. More Diamons. Always more Diamons. You get to go down there. Well, we're already back up to 30k because of just the reign of doom that we just had. I don't think there's much more we could potentially break on this. We'll go ahead and get auto click up one. As it stands, there is not a gap between them. I just want to see what it looks like at max. We have broken the fruit game. You bastards. And this should be, yeah, that is our last one to get a full lap on these. As in, we'll actually have gotten... Oh, we are losing apples, so you know what? You get to go back to doing apples, my friend. We should be at a surplus again. Unless I am miscalculating that. There we go. Diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. And shine bright like a diamond. Are you guys gonna break into that song? Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Screen's just gonna fill with this crap. That is a screenshot for this. You may have seen a little jump there as I took the screenshot, but Jesus. That screen was full. Okay, let's go with getting speed all the way up next. I think it's going to be 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, 90,000, 100,000. It should not take long at all at the rate we're going, especially since it's going to speed it up a bit. I kind of find it interesting we lapped without hitting 100k. We got close, but... And those wizards just make it all the more fun. I would Alt-Tab and save that screenshot right now, but I have to capture monitor rather than actual capture game, because for some reason OBS is not the biggest fan of Godot, and I don't know why. It might just be my setup, but it is one of those where about 20% of the time it just won't capture the Godot games. There might be something odd about specific ones. It's usually incremental games. So it is definitely people's like practice development games and stuff like that that have that issue. So I would have to look into it. I have not made a game proper in Godot. I've tinkered with it, but not enough to actually give any advice on it. And I haven't released anything with it because I don't plan to actually publish any video games. I've thought about it. It'd be fun, but one, a little bit of a conflict of interest because I'm creating content. The other one is I'd rather work on my TTRPG stuff. I have to choose between the two because there's only so many hours in the day, so that is what I choose to focus on. Okay, do we go faster auto-click? Because they are actually stalling every now and then. I think we do. Just to make our machines mad fast. Yeah, we're back up to getting surplus on apples. I don't think we're going to mess with the ratios of those anymore. But I think our next one is speed, and then probably... Yeah, we max out speed. Then we get some more of these. I think is what we do. Oh god, that looks so glitchy. It is actually lagging a little bit. CPU usage is up to about 20% whenever it's doing that. And then it's going up to 30 while processing that, and that's back down to like 12. That's for my entire system. That's everything else I'm doing on here too. Oh, yeah, we'll get another auto click. I think we might max out both of these and then just start adding more and more stuff in there to see just how ridiculously fast it gets. Because at this moment, we still have split-second gaps. And yes, I am seeing the apples stacked higher than the top of the screen. Once we get another worm, we'll see it again. I think they take a portion, a percentage of our freaking crap there. So the more ahead we get, the more they're going to take. I want to see how much money that is. For you, 11,000 for one stack of apples. When the cloud removal comes in, that is just busted. Yeah, it's at the point where the gravity wizards do not matter. We are at it is literally just so jam-packed that it is shoving them down. This might crash the game. Bruh. That didn't crash the game. It's definitely not liking it, but it didn't crash the game. There's max everything. So now it is just to see. Hold up. I think we have actually reached a point where we are generating more than can filter through. Maybe? I need more diamonds to test. We go multiple laps. Yeah, we have hit the point of everything is maxed. Everything in the game is done. We can still do more of these, but I don't know when it's going to break. That can go over there. And it is actually popping out cherries, so there is some sort of auto-click going on in addition to that. So we don't actually have to get it on those. Yeah, and it has reached a point where I think it is condensing now. Are you condensing? Diamonds. Can we actually spend it fast enough? Can I actually see where that spawned at? We got green there. Got yellow there. Yeah, and I think what happens is it's actually Peggy coming through that removes the clog, because she gets rid of the pegs and then there's enough room for it to kind of sift through a little bit faster. Okay, so that is there. So blue there. I'm mostly doing this for screenshot purposes. Judge me as you will. Now, we could actually have all the customers be satisfied if we wanted to. I don't think that's necessarily what we want. Who cares about the customers being satisfied and actually getting them everything they want whenever we can fill the screen to the point where it crashes the game? We are kind of at the point where I might consider, how are we looking at 3,000 freaking apples? Holy crap. Is it still only going up by 1 on all these? Yeah, it's still only going up by 1. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. That's scrolling. Diamonds. We must make this worse. By all measurable manners. Can we crash the game? If we crash the game, we'll have won the game, right? If we haven't crashed the game, we've only lost it. Jeez, that is ridiculous. I don't think anything's getting stuck in the pegs for a while. But we have successfully beat the game. We did not break it, unfortunately. We have gotten up to 3 rows and to the point where we are making enough money that it's literally, as soon as we buy one, we immediately max it out. That is the wrong one. Game. Trying to get that one. That is the wrong one as well. Give me this one, thank you. See, that's screenshot worthy. We just completely broke an incremental game. And we really just do not have the ability to spend as fast as we're generating. Despite the fact that a good chunk of it is getting eaten by the clouds, as judging by all the little red X's. Who needs to worry about, and we're not even getting jackpots all the time. It's just every now and then you'll see a surge of something. That's the jackpot. Okay, let's load these up as we head on out. But if you want to try this yourself, definitely go check it out on Steam. It is free for you to go and enjoy. And we are going to continue to break this for the foreseeable future, I guess. Keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath. Bye.